You are now in exile, or in a way you are, how to say, forbidden in Russia. How is your life now, being out of the motherland?
I think I was prepared to be in a way out of the motherland for many, many years. It's not just started 5 years ago or 6 years ago. As a young journalist, I was investigating, for example, the crimes committed by the Russian army. And being like 23 or 24 years old, I was sent by my newspaper to the really remote locations in Russia. And this was the moment, actually, when I realized that everyone there would not like the truth to be revealed. And I felt myself like a spy in enemy's country, but I wasn't able to explain myself what country sent me there. So this loneliness and this feeling that, yeah, you have a very grim reality, you have no support, you have a state against you, is something that I lived with for years. But now it just became evident. Yes, you are out of your country.
You mentioned loneliness, which is very difficult state of mind, but also being accused by your own country, that I believe you love very much, that you're a traitor or enemy. So how you manage to live those both very complex feelings?
Okay, my family history helps me because my great-fathers and grandmothers, my great-grandfathers and great-grandmothers, their relatives, they all been in a certain moment accused of treason. They all been proclaimed the enemies of the state by the Soviet Union. It's in a bit like in your DNA.
Yes, I found that between 1970s and 1991, state security, you said that the state security wrote my family's story. I mean, it's a kind of a tradition in your family.
I mean, it's not a tradition just in it's not just a tradition in my family. It is what happened with a lot of families in the Soviet Union. I can draw you some very simple chart. In my family archive, I have a photo made in a summer in July of 1914, just really a month before the shot in Sarajevo. It's 40 people are staying there. Young, old, in the military uniforms, in the civil uniforms. This is the family, the big family. And in the left corner of this photo is my grandma. She's like, I think, 6 years old. She's barely visible. You should know that she's on the photo to recognize her. In the 30 years after 1945, she will be the one person alive. This is the ratio. This is the murder ratio. Of course, it's the two wars, it's the repressions, all together. So when we're speaking about the loneliness, it's what I was born with. I was deprived of my relatives. I was deprived of a noble family. I am the remnant. I'm the small piece of what existed. Okay, and then you deal with this. Maybe you deal with this by your writing, because you are the only person who can speak for these people. You are the only person who know that they ever existed. And also, I feel, and I was told many times, that doing so, I'm working also for many, many other Russian or not Russian families who suffered the same during the Soviet period.
What was the